Welcome to Day 6 highlights of the 2024 Paraswimming European Open Championships right here in Funchal Olympic Swimming Complex. Another good night of action. Started with the 100 meters backstroke S11 final. Daria Lukanenko in the center lane had already won 2 gold medals in this classification and set 2 world records in the breaststroke and in the individual medley. She was led down the first 50 by Katarina Kachuk and Marina Podobna, the 2 Ukrainian swimmers who have had great records in this 100 meters backstroke event. As the race went into its second half, Lukanenko, with the black cap, forged ahead of the others, although it was a very close contest for second and third between the 2 Ukrainian teammates. Lukanenko has had a great week of action here in Madeira. She has come into this classification and dominated in a number of events. And as the tappers indicated the end for the swimmers, Lukanenko touched the wall in an excellent time, 1:17.89, inside the European record, which was held by Kachuk. Kachuk and Podobna were in the silver and bronze medal positions, but Lukanenko was the one who had dominated this event. It's been a very good week of action in the S11 classifications. Lukanenko and the Netherlands' Lisette Bronsma sharing the gold medal positions, but on this occasion, it was Lukanenko who was into the wall first. The close contest for second between the 2 Ukrainians was won by Marina Podobna, with Kachuk in third position. The European record had gone, and Lukanenko was crowned the champion yet again this week.
The men's 100 meters backstroke S11 final held high hopes for the home nation as Marco Meneses, World Championship silver medalist, qualified from the heats in the fastest lane. Could he get the first gold medal for Portugal of these European Championships? At the turn, he was in the mix, but it was 16-year-old David Kotochvil who led the way, with Meneses in second, and the in-form Roger Dorsman of the Netherlands was in third position. Dorsman looked like he was finishing in trademark style as he came up level with Meneses with 15 meters to go. All eyes were on the 2 centre lanes between Kratochvil and Meneses, but Dorsman was coming back with every stroke. In the closing stages, it was the swimmer from Czechia, David Kratochvil, that came in to spoil the party for the locals. 1:07.10 for Kratochvil. It's the fastest time in the world this year. Meneses took silver, just 6 100ths ahead of Roger Dorsman. The first gold medal of the week for Kratochvil.
In the men's 50 freestyle S7 final, the fastest from qualification was Turgut Yaraman. The Turkey swimmer went in lane number 4, but world record holder Andrei Trusov was off to a good start, 2 lanes up from the centre lane in lane number 6. Trusov was shocked by Yaraman in the 50 metres butterfly and didn't want to see a repeat here in this 50 freestyle. As they approached the wall, Trusov was the man who touched first in an excellent time of 27.10, with Yaraman very close behind. Trusov just 3 100ths outside his own world record. Yaraman in the silver medal position, and Yuri Senhor took the bronze.
The only swimmer from the open classification group in the women's 50 meters backstroke S2 was world and Paralympic champion Yip Pin Su of Singapore. She came in as a firm favourite for the gold, having won the last 3 world championships and 2 Paralympic games. But the European champion gold medal was up for grabs. Yipinzu led through the 25 and looked to extend her lead in the closing stages, but the battle behind her was really heating up. World Championship silver medal list Angela Procida of Italy was going well and looked to be in pole position as they came into the wall. It was Procida that stopped the clock as a first European home, ahead of Diana Koltsova, with Teresa Perales of Spain coming in for the third European spot on the podium.
In the men's 50 metres backstroke in the S2 classification, Vladimir Danilenko was looking to repeat the success that he has had in the 100 backstroke and in the 200 freestyle in this classification. He was behind in the early stages for the Polish swimmer Jacek Czech, who was looking to add Poland's second gold medal of the championships. Czech was the man who likes the sprint events, and it was the distance man Danilenko who was pulling back on the Polish swimmer in the closing stages, but Czech held on and he stopped the clock at 56.59 to claim his first gold medal of these championships. Danilenko had to settle for silver this time in 58.75, and it was another medal to Roman Bondarenko, who claimed the bronze.
The women's 200 individual medley SM8 final was the first of the IM events of the evening. And going in lane 4 was Victoria Ishilova, gold medalist in the butterfly. She led at the head of Zina Francesca Palazzo and Maria Pavlova. Ishilova has got a very strong first 100 metres of the individual medley, and she was in a commanding position, but she knew that Pavlova would be chasing. Finish on the freestyle 400 metre champion earlier in the week, so Ishilova worked the breaststroke really hard and held on to the lead. She'd led right the way through this one as Palazzo turned 6 seconds behind her as they headed on to the freestyle. Pavlova did have a strong breaststroke to move herself back into the bronze medal position, but it was Pavlova with that strong in the final 25. Xenia Francesca Palazzo, the Paralympic Games silver medalist, was coming back with every stroke and eating in to Ishilova's lead. But she was going to run out of pool, and it was Victoria Ishilova that stopped the clock to take another European title. 2:43 flat was the time for Victoria Ishilova. Xenia Francesca Palazzo taking silver, and Maria Pavlova the bronze.
In the men's 200 metres individual medley SM8, the host nation's hopes were pinned on Diogo Cancela, who swam in lane number 4, the fastest qualifier from the heats in the morning, and the World Championship silver medalist last year. As the race approached the halfway stage, it was one of the non-Europeans, Jessie Ingles of Australia, who was in front, with Cancela leading the European charge alongside Greek swimmer Demosenes Michelinzakis. The breaststroke is often the vital part where it can all change around in the individual medley, and Cancela hit the front very close ahead of Michelinzakis and Andreas Onea of Austria. As they headed down for the final 50 metres freestyle, the host nation swimmer was overtaken by Michelinzakis, who won this title back in 2018. Cancela gave absolutely everything for the host nation, but it was Michelinzakis who stretched away in the closing stages to take the European gold medal. Cancella had to settle for silver, another silver for the host nation, and it was a really fast finish from Mark Maryar of Israel to come in for the bronze medal position, just ahead of Angles and Andreas Onea. So it was gold to Greece, another medal for the host nation. Diogo Cancella takes silver.
The women's 200 metres freestyle S5 final was a combined event with S4 swimmers being invited to swim upper classification group, but there was only one set of medals available in this one, and Gina Butcher of Germany was the only S4 athlete in this one. She went in lane 3. It was shaping up to be an excellent night for Italy, and in this one, Monica Boggioni was the firm favourite. She'd had a tussle for a gold earlier in the week with her teammate Giulia Terzi in the individual medley event, but this one wasn't going that way at all. She had a much more comfortable race with her and the rest of the field in the 200 metres freestyle, and she led comfortably at the turn. It was all about Boggioni in the final 25 metres, and could she get under that 2:50 mark? 50 freestyle champ Irina Poida of the Ukraine was in a good battle with World Championship bronze medalist Agata Kupialova. But as Boggioni came in to take the title, Poida started to stretch away from Kupialova, and it looked like the medals had been decided. Poida did indeed come in to touch in second place, with Agata Kupialova coming in for bronze. Monica Boggioni with another gold medal here in Madeira. Poida on the podium once again for Ukraine, and a second medal of the night for Czechia, thanks to Kupialova.
In the men's 200 metres freestyle S5, there was another chance for an Italian gold medal with the Paralympic and world champion Francesco Bocciardo going in lane number 5. Bocciardo and Anthony Pons Bertran of Spain had shared gold and silver medal positions in all the major championships in recent years, but they had company in the centre lane from Kirill Pulver, the 20-year-old who qualified fastest from the heats. Pulver led through the halfway point with Bocciardo with the blue cap of Italy in close attendance, and Alexander Komarov, who had won 2 gold medals in the sprint events earlier in the week, also in contention for the bronze medal position with Pons Bertran. As they came away from the final turn, it was the blue cap of the Paralympic champion Bocciardo who stretched away from the youngster Kirill Pulver, with Komarov and Pons Bertran left to fight it out for the third position. Bocciardo has had an amazing record in this event over the recent years. European champion twice, world champion 3 times, and Paralympic champion from Tokyo. Bocciardo made it 3 European titles in a row. A great swim from Pulver to claim a silver medal position. And the close contest for bronze was won by Komarov, just ahead of Pons Bertran. So another gold for Francesco Bocciardo in this event, and another gold for the Italian team.
The men's 200 metres freestyle S3 final was the latest edition of what has been a very competitive classification group this week. Off to a great start was the new Frenchman on the block, Dimitri Grandjour, who qualified fastest for the final. Behind him, there was a battle, and at the 100 metres mark, Grandjour led, but maybe not by as much as people had expected. Olympic, World, Paralympic and European champion Denis Ostapchenko was still in the mix, with bronze medalist in the individual medley Umut Unlo for the silver and the bronze tussle. But by the third turn, it was Grandjour who had pulled away. Ostapchenko really upped his stroke rate on the final 50 and started to pull away from the young swimmer from Turkey. But at the front of the field, there was only going to be one winner, as Dimitri Grandjou added a third gold medal to his tally here at the Olympic Pools Complex in Madeira this week. It was an impressive swim to take the victory. The experienced Ostapchenko came through for a comfortable silver, with Umut Unlu of Turkey taking another bronze. It was another good night for France.
In the women's 100 backstroke in the S9 classification, two Spanish swimmers occupied the middle two lanes from qualification from the heats. Loraya Marquez Soto has a great record in this event. She first hit the podium in the S9 100 backstrokes back in 2014, and she's been a medalist at every European Championship since. Marquez Soto led from the start. Following her were Lu Ying of China and Beatriz Laredo Maldonado, her Spanish teammate, with Emma Mecic, the 400 metres freestyle champion from 2 days ago, also in the battle for the minor medals. Lu Ying was closing on the Ryan Marquez Soto, but there was no doubt who was going to take the gold. Marquez Soto clearly ahead of the rest of the field as she finished on exactly the 110 mark. 110.04 for Marquez Soto. She claims another European title. It was an Asian record for Yu Ling, but Beatriz Laredo Maldonado taking the European silver and Mecic the European bronze.
The men's 100 metres backstroke S9 final saw Hugo Didier of France qualify in the centre lane after world champion and world record holder Simone Barlam of Italy was a no-show in the heats. It promised to be a very tight battle, and it was, as Yahor Shalkanov turned first at the 50-metre mark. Hugo Didier was down in third position with 25 metres to go, and Paralympic champion Bogdan Moskovoy was looking strong. But it looked like the early leader, Shalkano, was going to hold on to take the victory as they came under the flags. He was half a body length up, but Hugo Didier finished like a train to get touch on the final stroke of the race and go a time of 1 minute 0.70. It was a change of position right at the end. It was Moskovoy that put himself in pole position to work hard down the second 50 and add a European Championship gold medal to his Paralympic Championship gold medal. But it wasn't to be, because with every stroke, Hugo Didier upped his rate, got faster with that arm spin, and came in to win a very tight battle. Didier defends his European title to be European champion once again. That was the second gold medal of the night for France, with Shalkano in silver and Moskovoy taking the bronze.
In the women's 100 metres breaststroke, Paralympic champion Maisie Summers-Newton was in the centre lane. Maisie Summers-Newton holds the European record, and she had been the European champion before in 2018, although reigning champion was Evelyn Sharas of Hungary, who went in lane number 5. It looked like there was only going to be one winner right from the off. Maisie Summers-Newton stretching away from the others. She's won the Paralympic title, 2 world titles, and it looked like she was going to add this European title to her tally. She stopped the clock at 132.62, not too far away from her own European record. And in second position was the champion from 2021, Evelyn Sharas, and Nicole Turner from Ireland came in third position, claiming another medal for the Irish team. They are having a great week, but so is Maisie Summers-Newton. 2 golds now for Summers-Newton at these championships.
The men's 100 meters breaststroke SB6 final had an overwhelming favourite in lane 4 with Ukraine's Yevgeny Bohodaiko. The European record holder led down the first 50 meters, a perfect spearhead formation as the swimmers came into the turn. He turned with almost a 2-second advantage over Ties van Hooghagen of the Netherlands, who had anchored that exceptional world record in the 34-point mixed medley relay team the night before. Bohodaiko looked strong at the front, and there was nobody going to catch him. He's got an emphatic record in this one, and he's won every European title since 2011. That was in Berlin, this was in Madeira, and he stopped the clock at 1:20.5. It was very tight behind him for the other medals, as Van Hooghagen held on for the silver medal, and Andrei Trusov got in ahead just of Great Britain's Bruce Lee to take a bronze. Bohodaiko, the champion, once again.
In the women's 100 freestyle S10, it was Paralympic bronze medalist Lisa Kruger who had qualified fastest from the heat. She went in lane number 4, but this promised to be a very tight affair indeed. It was Emmeline Pierre of France who led them to the turn, with Kruger in close attendance and Skortakini in 3rd position. It was all to play for as 5 or 6 swimmers headed down towards the finish. Kruger in the centre, Pierre close to the top of the pool, and Skortakini close to the bottom were coming home and just forging ahead of the others. As it came into the last 5, it was Kruger who just had the edge over Pierre on the touch, and Skortakini in 3rd position. Kruger was delighted with her time of 61.18. Pierre, another medal for the French team, and Skortakini picks up another European medal.
Final event of the evening programme was the men's 100 freestyle S10 final. The only non-European in this one was Alexander Tuckfield of Australia, and he'd qualified in the centre lane after the heats this morning. However, Stefano Raimondi of Italy, who's been in fine form this week, went out like lightning to the halfway turn, turning to feet in 24.77. It was Igor Nimchenko, the 50 freestyle champion from day one, that was in silver medal position for the Ukraine. And he looked to be holding on to that, but no one was going to catch Raimondi. Tuckfield did come in for 3rd place touch, but it was Raimondi that was the champion in 51.93 to win his first European title in this 100 freestyle. Nimchenko took the silver, and it was European champion from 2014, Dmitry Grigorev, that picked up the European bronze.
Raimondi's gold medal helped Italy to extend their lead at the top of the medal table ahead of Ukraine, Great Britain and Netherlands in 3rd and 4th. There were 2 new countries on the gold medal tally for Czechia and Greece, with those wins for Kratochvil and Michelinzakis. Still 27 countries on this medal table as we go into the final day of action.